Hello my fellow creators and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be playing with Kendra's card challenge number 9, and I thought I'd come on and share a little bit of my process. So Kendra's card challenge is provided by Kendra, and she does a wonderful job of sharing her cutting guide and sketches, and you make 15 cards using only 6 sheets of 6x6 paper. So I think that's just wonderful, and I'm gonna go ahead and use a lot of cat Scrappiness products for this challenge. I'm gonna pull in several dies and maybe the stencil, some of the stamp sets for our sentiments. I love this berries, so I can maybe add those as some focal points. But I just pulled in a handful of these cat Scrappiness items from the Be My Valentine release. So I'm going to set those aside and have them ready to use. And then I am using the Be My Valentine pattern paper as well. And I've gone ahead and chosen the papers I'll be using, as well as the colored cardstocks I'll be using. So I went into my stash and kind of pulled out some colors that coordinate with the pattern paper. So if you look at this pattern paper, for example, you'll see that we have the pink and the red and the brown and this cream color. So I'm gonna go ahead and use those as my mats and my additional cardstock. Now you may not know this, or you may. When I cut my papers for the card challenge, I've already set aside these plastic sleeves and marked them with which sketch number it is. So as I cut, I put them into my plastic sleeve and set them aside, and then I come back and I assemble all my cards. So for example, if you look at card sketch number 1, this has pattern A and pattern paper A and pattern paper B. So I want to make sure when I'm cutting, I'm not mixing them up or just putting them in piles on my desk, because when I first did this challenge last year, that's what I did, and I got frustrated because I mixed up my papers and I couldn't figure out which one went with which sketch. So this has been a lifesaver. I cut my paper, I put it in the plastic sleeve it coordinates with, and then I move on. By the way, I will link all of the cat Scrappiness products in the description box below, as well as Kendra's Card Challenge blog and YouTube channel. Now I also want to mention, when you're choosing your pattern paper, if you have directional paper, for example, this piece of paper is directional, this one is not. When you're choosing your paper, take a look at Kendra's instructions. She does a really good job of letting you know which paper would work best for directional. So in this case, if you're going to use directional paper, you can use it for papers A, C, D, or F. So I've gone ahead and laid out which paper is for which sketch. So this is my paper A, B, C, D, E, and F. And of course, I can always use the reverse side as well. So as you can see, let me make sure I have this on here. For paper A, she has scissors here on the top, and that just means that's your first cut. So putting my paper in, my first cut is at 5 inches. So I'll scooch on over to 5, and that'll give me this piece over here that is 1 inch. Then I will rotate this, and this is 3 3/4, and this is 2 1/4. So if I cut this at 3 3/4, I'm sorry, yes, 3 3/4, that'll make that at 2 1/4. So then I've got these 2 pieces cut. Then this one I'm going to cut at 5 1/2, leaving a 1/2 inch for a little flag. So 5.5. And then I can use this as a little flag this way because the pattern is so small on here, or just use the reverse side. But now that I have them cut, I bring in my plastic sleeves, and you see this circled 1. That means this piece is for card sketch 1. So then I grab this paper, put it in my sleeve 1. This is for card sketch 2. This is for card sketch 3. This little flag is for card sketch 6. And so there, now I have my first piece of pattern paper cut and sorted, and I can move on to the next piece. So my next piece is B. So I'll just follow her directions and cut and sort the rest of my pattern papers.
Summer, the empire at our fingertips, the autumn to discover. If I would have had the worthiness to be the perfect lover, would you stay under the willow tree when I asked if you would be? Would you be my Valentine? Still I lie within a memory, devoted as your lover. You could take my hands and cover your eyes and tell me there's no other. Would you be my Valentine?
Now, as you can see, I have all my pattern paper cut and sorted into the correct sleeve. So next I'll look at the card sketches and take a look at what paper would go best with the pattern paper, and cut my mats and put those into the coordinating sleeves as well. So I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll do that off camera and I'll be right back. Now, it was my intention to show you the whole process of me cutting and putting together my cards this month. However, I had a little accident. Was cutting ham, and knife slipped and went right down on my finger and cut pretty deeply. Had to go to the ER and get some stitches. So excuse the bandage, and I will share with you quickly the cards that I did make using this month's challenge. There's card sketch number 1. There's card sketch number 2. And for the berries, I just ink blended over them. I cut them out on some coordinating pink cardstock and then just did some ink blending. Here is card sketch number 3. And as you can see, there's those little embellishments. Here is card sketch number 4. And I think this may be one of my favorite cards of the whole set. I just love this little polka. And here is card sketch number 5. And on most of them, I didn't put Happy Valentine's Day. I put other sentiments, like this one is Hugs and Kisses. but there's a couple that I did put Happy Valentine's sentiments. Here is card sketch number 6. Here is card sketch number 7. And again, just ink blended. I didn't do any coloring on that die cut. But see, this is where I use those branches from the one die set. Card sketch number 8. Card sketch number 9. Card sketch number 10. Card sketch number 11. Card sketch number 12. Card sketch number 13. See, that's one of the ones that I used the Valentine sentiment on. Card sketch number 14. And for the ribbon, I have a large roll of just white ribbon, and I just colored the ribbon with one of my alcohol markers to have it coordinate with the colors in the paper. And then last but not least, card sketch number 15. And as you can see, I didn't add a sentiment to this one. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to put on this. So I'm leaving it blank for now, and then I'll add a sentiment when I need to use it. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Laid under the willow tree, the last weekend of summer. The empire at our fingertips, the autumn to discover. If I would have had the worthiness to be the perfect lover, would you stay under the willow tree when I asked if you would be? Would you be my Valentine? Would you be my Valentine? Still I